Welcome everybody. Today's video finds us over here in basically the hub or the heart of Kathmandu. And what we're going to take a look at is we're going to take a look at the Asan, A-S-A-N market. They also call it the Asan Tole. Now this is an ancient market that goes back to, old days here of Kathmandu. And it's kind of where we are is we're right in the middle. There's 6 roads that come together right here. And there's just markets that just honeycomb this whole area. And there's just everything here. The locals come over here. It opens at sunrise and closes at sunset. And the locals come over here to buy all the goods that they're going to need for their day and just walk through here, buy stuff for the house, everything else. So let's walk through here and let's see what we see today. And like I said, this is like the center right here. So this is where the 6 roads come together. And check out this truck. It's got mom and dad on the front. And you got little temples and shrines and everything else mixed in. You see all the power lines hanging. They got all their goods here. There's bunches of little temples. Right here is one of them. This is the Annapurna temple. And then right over this way, I think, is the Ganesh temple. And then they'll have shrines and stuff like that you'll see behind cages like this. You see people carrying all the goods on their heads. You got all the manual rickshaws, just all kinds of stuff here. You got a little shrine right here that's a stone fish, and it's right in the middle of the road, so everybody has to drive around it. Let's take a look right quick while we're right here at this little temple, this Annapurna temple. It's really cool. Check out all the little faces up here. You got the little multi-armed figure up there. Yeah, most of the people here in Nepal are Hindu. I think 80% are Hindu, and then roughly 20% are probably like Buddhist and Muslim, with a few scattering Christians amongst. And so he's putting the flowers and stuff like that on the little deity back in there. And I think this was damaged in the earthquake in 2015, like a lot of stuff was. And then you have all these little alleys and stuff like that that go back down into places like this also. Now when you come, they say to come early to avoid the traffic, but there's just no way around traffic here in Kathmandu. Motorcycles and cars and everything else are everywhere. The manual rickshaws. So we have a little shrine here also. You can see here has the sacred cow out front. And then this guy here has got some of his wares that he'll sell like that. Tomatoes and grapes and apples. And then we got some spices and fruit. So they got eggs and dried chilies and fish and rice. Really cool. Pretty good mix. And then check out how they cook those fish up there. The people come over, just grab a couple of them and throw them in a bag, and that's what they will put in their food. And then we have another little shrine right here. And you can see they're using it as part of the market, so they got some eggs. And check out these buildings. Like I said, this is an ancient market, so they just keep continuously building new stuff along it. There's a monk going off to the temple. You got all those streamers. There's a guy up there. Oh, really a great area. And it is so alive. There's people everywhere. And all their goods hanging off the walls there. But check this out. This is an old building. It says Trekker's Dry Food available here. Wonder how old that sign is. And they, of course, the continuous honking of the horns. You can't get away from it. So this is his little shop right here, just a little tiny door. He's over there with a blanket covering him. And then you got a butcher here. So you can get some chicken or whatever else they butcher up there. And there goes somebody down in one of the manual rickshaws. And you can see his store. So they got some scaffolding up, and he's still open for business back there, selling whatever he's got in there. And another little shrine here has a little bell and stuff, and other little markets. Oh, and this looks like that red bean that that the guys will chew. I haven't seen them chewing that here, but they must, I guess. That's big in like Taiwan and Cambodia and Thailand. You got another little alley back there. And this guy with the traditional hat. And it's just alive with activity. There's just people everywhere. And check out this. Here's a butcher. That's a nice quality piece of meat laying out here. And we got a cow back in here. Didn't expect that. They got it tied off. Looks like they're doing a little remodeling. A lot of these buildings were damaged by the earthquake. So they're still repairing it even after 10 years. And another little stall here. You can see he's got the puffed rice and stuff. And all of his dry goods up there. Yeah, you can spend all day wandering around here, just people watching. All the onions and vegetables. And then a little fresh market over here so the ladies can come and get the stuff for cooking for the day. Potatoes and everything. And I'm not even sure what this is right here. Huh, that's an interesting vegetable. You can see they got broccoli and cauliflower and the peas and tomatoes and stuff. Yeah, so when you come here, this is absolute sensory overload. There's so much stuff going on. You got the people wanting to sell you the rides in the tuk-tuk. You got motorcycles buzzing, people trying to sell you their fresh fruit, temples to see. And then check out this lady here. She's loading up her corn. So they carry that here. They'll carry it with a strap around their head like that. And you'll see them with some amazing loads. And just check this out. It just keeps going on all through this part of Kathmandu. Yeah, so you got a Ganesh here, and then that's the deity inside. So you got these guys hanging out on the steps over here smoking away. Oh, it's fantastic. And more motorcycles coming. These ladies selling their fruit. And there she goes. She's off that away with her corn on her head. And he's carrying a serious load there also. And another little shop selling all their dry goods. You got clothes and stuff over here. And the road is absolutely terrible. It's got some asphalt and then holes, and it is what it is. They go along here bouncing on the motorcycle. Coats and stuff. They're hanging them up here. So they have some little racks built up there so they can hang them to display. And he's over here, you see, sweeping up, cleaning things up. Tidy up in front of your store. Yeah, what a cool area. Looks like they're remodeling this building over here. Yeah, we're away from the main 6 roads, so it's a little quieter, but there still are motorcycles and everything else here. And get some tents and sleeping bags if you're gonna go out trekking. And this guy here, check out some of his spices and beans. I tell you, it smells fantastic. It's got some really nice odors. It's like some cinnamon and everything there. And then you just have them in these tubs and you come and buy what you want and they'll weigh it out. Oh, really cool. And you can see some more of their fish and stuff like that here. Yeah, and you always got to keep your head on the swivel because there are motorcycles coming everywhere. There's one rule, I guess, is they just go really fast and honk their horn. Check that out. That is so cool. All the copper plates and everything. Yeah, interesting store here. So these copper bowls and everything, they look like they're hand hammered. You can see the little hammer marks on the bottom. And check out the houses over there. They got the ladies' dresses hanging up here and shoes. Oh, what a great neighborhood this is. So much to see here. And he's got his fruit and stuff like that under that little covering. He's going off to set up somewhere. Oh, and he's got the flowers for the temple. Yeah, just so chaotic here. Guy carrying 3 water bottles there. And backpacks hanging out up there. Yeah, the rule of the traffic here is they honk the horn to get people to move, and nobody moves because it's just normal sound. and they just buzz, and you'll feel like the mirror like graze you on the arm sometimes when they go blasting by. Yeah, really a amazing little alive area. You see all the wires hanging out here. And you'll see the Nepalese flag too. They're real proud. They still display the flag everywhere. Really a cool place. And then you just have a little shrine right here. He comes over, rings the bell, touches the head. The religion is just integrated into the fabric of society here. And they're over here washing the streets. Gonna sell some shoes. They got their mannequins out here into clothes. More down there in the like a lower part. It looks like we've kind of wandered out into more of an open market area. The guy over here, he's selling stuff for the kids. He's got bikes down there. They got shoes over here, coats, ladies' clothing over here. And it looks like a building that collapsed down here in the middle. You can see the base of it right here still. It's kind of all jacked up from probably the earthquake. And another little shrine just right here in the front of the stores. Just what a great area this is. Like I said, you can just come over here and wander around for hours and just people watch and see everything. This is 8:30 in the morning, I think, is when we're here. So you can see how it is at this time of day. And here at the end of this little street, there's a little Ganesh shrine and something else here with some really cool wood carvings. And then you have the lions that show you kind of the entrance to the street. And let's look out here. This is one of the main roads that kind of circles around this area of Kathmandu. And then this is the outer road right here. You can see all the traffic and the footbridge. And then over there is like an observation tower. You got temples and stuff all around. You can see some cranes over there. There's not very many tall buildings here in Kathmandu. Those are about the tallest that you'll find. And then this goes back up into the market that we saw. Well, that'll finish up our video over here at this Asan market, or the Asan Tole, however you say it. This is a really cool part of Kathmandu. I would say if you're over here, it's kind of where most of the hotels and stuff are at. There's a lot of restaurants and everything else, and like a lot of the trekking tours kind of originate in this area. So if you're here in Kathmandu, I would definitely recommend coming over here, walk around, get your sensory overload, because it really is sensory overload. There's a lot of stuff to see and smell, and you just get blasted with everything. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and then you get to see some more content of stuff like this that I show you. And if you've been here or have any questions or comments, ask me down below. And definitely subscribe, you get to see more stuff. And until next time, from over here in Kathmandu, Nepal, remember, life is a journey. So until next time, enjoy.